Hey, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com. Sample libraries are destinations, and today Soundiron is going to take us down under as we take a look at their latest library, DIDGERIDOOS. Welcome back. Didgeridoos are an ancient instrument used by the Aboriginal people in Australia for thousands of years. And Soundiron has teamed up with William MacGavin and David Zigardo to capture this ancient instrument in their DIDGERIDOOS library. Now, DIDGERIDOOS runs in Kontakt 6, and you can also use it in the free player if you don't have the full version of Kontakt. So we're going to just spend some time and dive into this very unique library. So come along. So DIDGERIDOOS comes with two NKIs, a solo and an ensemble NKI, as well as a folder full of really cool effects presets. So it comes with 16 different sizes of DIDGERIDOOs, and they all are tuned to certain pitches, and so they give you all sorts of different sounds, different experiences. So here we go. And you notice that each key has a different performance. Yeah, it's just very dynamic. And this is just the sustains. One of the things that have always been kind of difficult as far as an 88 key controller is usually these key switches are way down off of the edge of the keyboard. And so trying to find a very convenient way to get to those key switches has been a challenge. But then I remembered I've got this nanoKEY controller here, and so I've got it connected, and what I have it shifted way down into the key switch area. So it allows me to use this to control my key switches. And with DIDGERIDOOS, the key switches affect the different styles. So you have sustains, vowels, A, E, I, O, and U, beatbox play styles, and some effects. And so let's just take a listen to some of these and using the key switches here. So you can key switch in real time, which makes it really good when once you get familiar with the different articulations, the different sounds, and you start finding what you really like, the key switches really are fun to kind of play with. So I'm going to stay on the same C-sharp one, DIDGERIDOO, the first one, and let's just go through some of the key switches here. That's the A. Now these are the effects. Beatbox. So that's really cool. So you've got the breaths in and out and different things going on here. So let's choose another didgeridoo. Let's go up to one of the higher ones. Let's go to G1. It's number 7. And you'll notice that each didgeridoo, the performances are the same. So when you hear, it's going to be the same as C1. So it just really helps to pull things together. So back to G1 again. Beatbox here. So you have the envelopes here. The envelope, you have volume, attack, sample offset, which is kind of cool, the release, vibrato, and panning, and then you have coarse and fine pitch tuning here. Now you can have a normal release, or you can have it where it sounds more like a pad release. Yeah, so let's go back to the sustains. Yeah, so you can have a normal sustain or a pad-like release. One of the things about Soundiron is they can take something that's so traditional and even the ancient type of instruments, and they can just put their own twist on them. And they do this by giving you 1, 2, 3, they give you 4 sound sources, 2 mic sources, an ambient source, and then a subsynth source. So you can actually combine the mic 1, let's just do the sustains with the G2, and then mic 2, let's just combine it with one of the lower ones, the C sharp 1, and let's choose the effects. And you can layer these now. Okay, let's turn it on here. There we go. So the 2 didgeridoo sounds are layered on top of each other. And then you have an ambient sound source. And let's turn that on. So these are more like atmospheric, derived from the didgeridoo sources. And again, the key switches are going to come into play. So that switches between the various effects. Just some very, very cool textures here. Okay, so, and then the subsynth basically just gives you like sine waves. And you have the envelope control here where you can adjust the attack and decay. And you can just shape these sounds together to form just some very unique sounds. You've even got some white noise. And then when you click on this, you have a whole section. You have an arpeggiator. And so you can kind of select this and run it through the arpeggiator. Or the filters, you've got filters, LFOs, and these can all be used to take this didgeridoo to places that are just I mean, you know, unexplainable. I mean, you just can't get these sounds any other way. So let's go to the ensemble NKI. Let's go back to the browser and we'll go to the ensemble. So what they've done here is that they've put all the 16 didgeridoos together in a way that you can play them, play chords and play them more conventionally. And you have like sustains, different loops at 120. You have all the vowel sounds, and then you have the beatbox and effects. So let's just go to the 120 and just take a listen. Yeah, you can get really crazy. Okay, so let's go to another one of the sustains. Here we go. Wow, that's really cool. So the tempo syncs to the DAW that you're using. You have different modes also that you can do. So let's just check this out. You click here, it's normal, but you can double the tempo, and you can do halftime. Where ancient meets future, future sound design, present and future. It takes you, it can take you some very interesting destinations for sure. Okay, so let's look at some of the effects presets. And this kind of can show you some more of how they put some of the layers together. Call to the Wild. Let's check that out. And you've got the key switches active. Yeah, there you go. So that crossfade allows you to blend those different sound sources together. Okay, let's pick another one. Firewood. And you can see here they've got the arpeggiator going. This opens up a whole new worlds when you can put these additional processing. Okay, so let's take a look at another preset. Yeah, kangaroo calls. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so let's go to another effect, the beast. It's just very fat, big, unusual sounds. And one of the reasons is that they use their own effects racks, and they have different, especially the reverb, it uses different convolutions, and they've actually provided 40 unique convolutions for this library. Okay, so let's just look at a couple more. Emo Emu. And you can go through and see what each source is doing. Yeah, the subsynth is off. That's really cool. Okay. Great Barrier Reef. Just some really interesting sounds going on. So one more. Okay, the DIDGERIFLUTE. Okay, so let's just load this. One thing that you have legato, you have like a portamento. You hear that? So let's just have it on just regular legato. Yeah. It's just crazy. Okay, so let's just look at one more. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Okay. Thanks for joining me today. And if it's your first time, you know, it's a good time to subscribe. Okay, let's take a look at one last of the effects presets, VEGEMITE, of course. So here we go. And you can hear how that layering just rises. Being able to go between sources and crossfade like that just really gives you a lot of potential. All right. Wow. So that is DIDGERIDOOS, and it is just really, I think it's the first and last DIDGERIDOO library you probably would ever need. They've done such a comprehensive job with this, and it just causes you to kind of think a little differently, think out of the box a little differently, and Yeah, definitely. There's not another library that has these unique sounds. So, thanks for joining me. And if you have any questions, any comments, please leave them down below. And all the links are going to be in the description. So, thanks once again for joining me as we have taken a look at Soundiron's Didgeridoos. So, we'll see you next time.